Hello and welcome to one of my C# tutorials. So in this tutorial I am going to be going over how to do an if statement, how to do selection. But this is a very basic selection at that. But before I do, please remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and share my video. And without further ado, I am going to go into how to do a basic simple selection in C#. So let's have a look and see what we've got today in C#. Let's have a look today. So let's go to C# and we're going to go into C# conditionals or selection. Yes, selection is a programming construct. So C# supports the use of relational operators, which is also known as comparison operators, not logical. So it's supporting and those conditions derived from maths. Okay? So these conditions, we can use those in several ways, whether it be selection or iteration. Iteration's loops, but loops is for another video. So these are the comparison operators, which are used to compare two values, or more, if you decide to throw in a logical operator like an AND or an OR or a NOT. But let's see how we can do this if statement together. So let's say I've got these two variables, which I'm going to put in this program. A is 33, B is 200. So we've got two integer variables, which we'll need to do as int and another one with int. Or what we can do as well, we can just do this. So we've got our int A and int B. So we've got our variables. What we can do now is if, and then you need brackets. So we're basically saying, is A greater than B? Squiggly bracket, so curly brackets, and just enter. So we're going to do console, write line, and say A is greater than B. So is A greater than B? No, it's not. So nothing is going to be outputted. And we'll see. Yep, still waiting for it to actually do the magic. So we've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. But what if we were to do 233, if we were to change the number? And then we'll run it. It's going to output A is greater than B. So we're going to wait for that to actually do the work. So we got A is greater than B. However, what if I wanted to keep A to 33 and B to 200? Another solution we can do is we can bring in the else statement. So we just type the word else, squiggly brackets, and then we do console dot write line, and we're going to have B is greater than A. So we got B is greater than A, and we're just going to run that. So now we know B is greater than A. So it's basically saying, is A greater than B? Yes, it is. It would go into A is greater than B, but because it isn't, it's going into the else straight away. But what we can also do is we could, if we wanted to, we could make these our inputs. So we could just do A and B. And then what we can do is if we remember back to when we did when we did convert int into, we could do console write line, ask users to enter a number. And then if they type A, it will be A equals convert dot to int 32. And then we got console dot read line in brackets, and then another set of brackets. So let's try that one again. So we're going to have B equals convert to int 32 brackets console dot read line, another pair of brackets. So that's what we got there. And what we can have is we can have an else if, and that's going to be is A the same as B. So we're saying is A the same as B, and if it is, we're going to do a console dot write line, and we are going to say A is the same as B. So let's give this a little whirl, shall we? So I'm going to get rid of those because we've done those tests. So I'm going to enter 200, and I'm going to enter 200. A is the same as B, exactly the same. I'm going to do another test again, because it's always good to test again. So I'm going to do 244. A is greater than B. I'm going to switch them the other way around now. So I'm going to do 44, 200, B is greater than A. So I've used inputs to check all of the conditions. So I've done one for is A equal, so second one I've done is A greater than B. Yes it is, it goes into A is greater than B, which is this one. Then I decide to do is A equal to B, which is the first one. It's going to go and say, yep, it's the same. Otherwise, if it's none of those, it's going to go into the else and say B is greater than A. So what I've done with you, ladies and gentlemen, is how to do a basic if, an if-else statement, and then an else-if statement in one example program. So in my next video in C#, I will be going over some of the tasks which is there to help support you in your studies in computer science. And that is an introduction to if, else-if, and else statements. And what you'll notice is we have to indent our if statements. Because if we don't indent, then your program's not going to work. So you need indentation, whether it be C#, C++, or Python. Without it, you're going to raise an error. So we have to have indentation. And that is the tasks done. Okay? Well, if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to click that like and subscribe button and share this channel far and wide. Your support will help me continue my work. So I enjoy making this video for you, and I look forward to making the next one for you very soon. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.